Our goal as a speaker, whether it's online or in person, doing a presentation, a report, a training session, whatever, our goal as speakers, presenters, is to connect with our audience, to share our material and connect with our audience. And today's tip is going to help you do that better. A number of years ago, I wrote a book called Command the Stage, and I want to help you command the stage because I think your voice really matters and we need your messages out in the world. The subtitle of my book has to do with the speaker's main tool, a tool that so often gets a bad rap, yet it's our main tool. As soon as you think of an idea and you reach for a pen and you start writing a note, you've just started using your main tool. The thing is, it gets a bad rap. It doesn't have to. The subtitle of my book, A Speaker's Guide to Using Notes Strategically to Develop and Deliver Better Speeches. That doesn't mean deliver with them automatically, but we usually are developing our speeches with some notes. So I want to talk about that and how, if you do need them, I've got a strategy for you, and that is today's tip. So we develop our ideas, most of us develop our ideas with some notes, usually before we present. Think about our content, we think about the order to present it in, and then we go. And the thing is, you know your content, you know your stuff. The way I look at it, though, memory, having it in your head so you can deliver it from memory, it's a time thing. It's a time game, call it that. How much time you can spend with your material will help you determine whether you can get it all locked in there so that when you walk on stage, you don't need any notes. So if you've taught the material a number of times, it's there. If you've practiced hours with it, it's there. But if you haven't got the time to do that, you may know your material, but you may not completely have your order on the best way to present it. And when we speak, presenting it, there are better ways and less good ways to present things. So you've worked this out, but now you're in that moment of doing it. And that's where the notes come in, and they get their bad rap because people do this and they're looking at their notes, maybe lost in their notes, not sure what's that, and they've lost connection with their audience. A quick look down and up, it's okay. Stay down here and you lose your audience because you're now not talking to them. So how could you use some notes? And I have a few notes. How could you use your notes effectively so they do not take away from your connection with your audience? The fast tip I have today is to use color. Use color. If you have some notes on a page, well, actually, I'm going to get your notes as few as possible. There's always reduce as much as you can, but that's kind of a time factor. But then use color to help you navigate through. So start with green. We're familiar with green, yellow, and red. Put a green thing around or pointing at your first point. When you talk to your audience, you've done your introduction, you need that fast, what was my first note? Oh, there's the green and there it is. And I go again. Yellow, oops. Yellow. Use yellow on the second point that you've got so that you're done with the green, you know what's next. Yellow, you look down, yellow, carry on. It's fast. You already saw it. It was a sneak preview I just did earlier of that third color. Use pink. It's like red. It's like the stoplight. It's your last point. If you're doing a 3-point thing. Now, if you're doing more points, you might use some other colors in there, but I'd still suggest have your last one be red, pink, and put that down there so that, you're finishing your last point and you're like, oh yeah, that's how I start that next line. It's in pink, and then away you go because you know your stuff. You just needed that little cue. Pull out your colors, put a little bit beside each one so that you can look down fast and you're back at your audience, where you want your attention to be, where they want your attention to be. I hope that is helpful. That has been a super tip that I've used numerous times It gets me in, I look, I'm out, carry on. And people have said to me, you didn't look like you were using notes. Essentially, I wasn't, but I had a little cue periodically along the way. If you can put more time in, we'll do it. You'll know it even better. You'll get better ideas too. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. But put the time in as much as you can. And if you still need a little bit of help, try some color. I'm Deanna Ford. If you like this tip, please let me know down in the comments. If you have questions you'd like me to address, put that down in the comments. If you would like more tips, I have tips I send out through my email newsletter, and I will put that link in the comments or in the description of this as well. And please sign up, and I will send you tips and strategies like this one.